Can you really be trusted? Do you have integrity enough not to compromise? Can you really be trusted? I have been thinking about it, and this is what has taken over our lives, most persons' life. We tend to do these things knowing and even unknowingly. This has to do with you relate to other persons, maintaining God's standard, and also being honest. Most times we just prefer these things for our mouth, and we don't do those things we say. We can say we are good people, we are honest people, we can be trusted. Hello, welcome to this channel. Before the day gets busy, thank you for joining us today. And if you're new on this channel, don't worry, relax, subscribe to this channel and explore all our videos. You will surely learn something from those videos. Yes, so let's dive fully into today's teaching. I would want us to look at Proverbs chapter 11 verse 20, New Living Translation and King James Version. New Living Translation: the Lord detests people with crooked hearts, but he delights in those with integrity. King James: they that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. If you really want to be God's delight, you would have to be upright. You would have to be upright in your ways. Crook means someone that is corrupt, someone that is dishonest, someone that is not straightforward. So I'll ask you this question again: are you straightforward? Are you an honest person? Can you be trusted? You know, when you go out there, when you're facing the world, when you have left your comfort zone, you meet different kinds of people, you meet different situations. So this is where your moral standards gets to be tested. These situations want us to test if we are really trustworthy. Sometimes we want to test if we are really corrupt, or if we are really a people of honor. Sometimes it can be that you're talking with someone and the person is asking you a question that has to do with, if they give you 10 million naira to kill someone that you love, even if you don't love the person, to kill any random person, or if they give you money to betray someone or to tell lies against someone, will you take the money? And you see that some persons will start reasoning, 10 million naira is a whole lot of money. I have this problem, I have this challenge, I could use this money for something. And this is where our integrity is tested. And this is where our honesty is tested. Are you really corrupt? You taking such money that you didn't work for an evil cause. It's corruption. It shows that you're not honest. It shows that you cannot be trusted. And even when it boils down to someone that you really know and the person trusts you, and or maybe your organization tell you that you want to film this person up, you know this person, you know this person's story, and they want to get this information from you because you know this person's story, and then you just start spilling out because you're looking for favor, because you're looking for money or something. Can you really be trusted? God delights in people that are upright. Upright does not mean that you will not make mistakes, but you have godly values. You follow ethical values. You have good morals. You've said this things for yourself, and over the years you've been able to keep and sustain these values that you've kept for yourself. These morals that you've kept for yourself. God wants us to be upright. God wants us to be trusted, to be people of honor, to be people who hold their integrity high. You know, when you go to the market to get something, there's this thing that people do. Those people who sell them goods in the market, and you ask them, how much is this thing worth? Maybe you've gone to several shops and you know the price already, and maybe like you've been trying to negotiate to fit in your budget, and then this person just wants to hike the price and tell you something that is far above what this thing is really worth. I've witnessed such situations. I knew how much I could buy this thing, and the person was just not just once, not just twice, and they'll just tell me a high price. I'll be like, are you serious? Me, what I've been doing so far when I encounter such is that I just leave that place. I find another person, because why would you give me a price that is higher than the value of that thing? Or maybe you think that I don't know what to use money and do, or you're rating me so high and you feel that I have that money, so I should just give you, or I cannot price. That is deceit. You're trying to deceive me. They tend to even lose customers, because if I know that price already and you're telling me a higher price because you want to earn more, I will not I will not buy from you. I cannot trust you. So these things, outside that God wants us to be upright and do the things that are right and uphold moral standards, this things gets to affect us in a way that we don't even know. Because if you're that person that hike prices, you tend to lose customers. I am not saying that you should not sell your goods for a high price. You know the price of what you're selling. That's a different thing. You've built a standard for yourself. You sell at this price. That is a different thing. What I'm saying is you increasing that value of, or maybe you sell something of 10,000. The value is 10,000. But you just saw one big person that came out of a car, well dressed, and then you now want to say, okay, this thing is 20,000, or this thing is 50,000, all because you feel that this person can give you that money. It's wrong. That's very, very wrong. This video is not to condemn you, because outside the marketing area, when someone confides in you, how are you able to keep whatever that person has said to you? Some persons find it hard to really talk to people, to talk to a mentor, or to talk to their pastors, or to talk to anybody at all, because they feel that when they tell you their story, you're going to use it either to talk to other persons, to advise other persons. Imagine if they are there in that occasion, or on that occasion when you're trying to educate other persons with that person's story, and the person is there. How do you think that person is going to feel? You're not trustworthy. You're not honest, because this person confided in you, and you're to hold that person's secret just to yourself, but you end up sharing it with other persons. We must obtain honesty. Now, back to being crooked. King James tells us that it's an abomination to God. So if you're such person who do not have good morals, you don't practice ethical values, I think you would have to, go back and then look at your life critically and see where you're making mistakes, and there's a room for amendment. That is why this video is coming to you at whatever time you're watching it. There is a room for amendment. You have time to amend your ways. So not having integrity and not being someone of honor also can be channeled down to being disobedient. Yes, being disobedient to rules in your organization, being disobedient to standard God has set for us as Christians, down to when you go to work, they tell you your arrival time is 8 a.m. and you keep on coming 8:15, 8:30. You're not to be trusted. You're not a person of value. You're being disobedient to the rules of that organization, whether you like it or not. If you just say, hey, just 15 minutes late, no, it doesn't show that you're someone of a reputable character, someone with a moral standard. Because if you really have these principles that you set for yourself, these ethical values that you set for yourself, you'll be able to make sure you are at work by 8, by 9, by 7. If that is your time for resuming your work. God derives pleasure in those who are upright, in those who are honest, in those who are really trusted, in those who are trustworthy. Live a life of honor, live a life of integrity, live a life bearing godly standards for yourself. Do not forget our text for today, Proverbs 11 verse 20. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us on Before the Day Gets Busy today. I would want you to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Also, do like this video, share it to your friends and everyone around you, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever a post is made, you'll be notified. Have a nice day. See you next time. Bye.